Hey y'all, my name is Moan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is going to be a partway sketchbook tour video. Yeah. This sketchbook has, I think, drawings on almost every page, but there's just like a lot of empty space and some pieces that I want to render more. Yeah, let's get into it. So the cover is not finished. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on really. This space right here is bothering me. I want to color that in. But yeah, this was like December 2023 that I started this sketchbook. It was the first one that I have been working in a while, at least consistently. I had been doing digital art for the past few years, and I was like leaning pretty heavily into that, and I want to get back to some traditional work. So yeah, this sketchbook helped me a lot with that. Yeah, I know I want to practice using pencil again. You actually see that I realized that I wasn't too crazy about working in pencil. I really like working with color. So, and also graphite just smudges like color pencil too, but graphite just, I don't know if it's the paper or the kind of pencil I was using. I don't know, just like a standard mechanical pencil usually, but yeah. So these are actually not the first pages in the sketchbook. When this started tearing, I glued this page to the first page, and there really wasn't anything too crazy on the first page anyway. I can't even remember what it was, but yeah. And then these two are both actually from this year. Well, obviously you did this one first. I think back in like January, and these are in acrylic marker, just like whatever this generic acrylic marker set is. I really like this. Working in this book really helped me figure out my art style, and I think this one is a pretty good reflection of that. I usually draw more in warm colors, but my markers are, my warm color markers, my pink specifically, are drying up and running out of ink. So by the time I got to this one, I tried to just work in a different palette to give my pink markers a break. And then this one, I decided that I liked this one so much that I would do kind of like a complementary piece, I guess. Like one in warm tones, but like I said, I need to get some more markers. I mean, my reds and oranges are stocked, so I guess I could do that, but I really love drawing in pink. Okay. So I am not crazy about this page. Everything here except for this one is from either this year or late last year. Honestly, anything you see in here in pencil is probably from late 2023 or early 2024. But it's probably been touched up a few times. I've definitely at least gone through and kind of reestablished some of the values, because a lot of them have sort of smudged and faded over time. And then I tried to seal them with a fixative, but it interacts kind of weird with the paper. So it ended up kind of smudging the pencil a little bit anyway. So that was a little counterproductive, but yeah. The newest one is this one. Well, actually, this little thing that I tried to erase over here. Gonna have to cover that up. And then this pink that you'll see in the next few pages is highlighter. I've seen a lot of artists that I follow on YouTube use highlighters for just quick coloring work, and I like the way it looks, so I wanted to try it, and I don't like the way it turned out, but that's okay. You know, that's what Sketchbook's for, right? I really like the style of these eyes. Really all the features in this. Like, I really like how I drew the hair and the nose, the lips. That's a good one. Monique. This is a Pinterest reference, and this one I think I just referenced the pose, maybe? Something like that, I don't know. I know her face is from imagination. Okay, these two, both from 2023. This is that pink highlighter again, acrylic marker. This is when I got my first acrylic marker set. That's this one. Even more generic, if that's possible, than this brand. And I just wanted to see what the texture was like. I had no idea what I was doing, but I really like how I drew this cloud. Yeah. I partly want to paint over these, but at the same time, I want to leave a few of the sketches in this book as they were, just for, you know, comparison's sake, nostalgia. There's a lot that I covered over because I wanted most of the paintings in this book to be more, well, when I picked this book back up, when I first started working in this book, I wasn't really consistent with creating art, so I would go like weeks or sometimes months in between drawing in here. And by the time I picked it up again, at that time I decided that I wanted to do more illustrated pieces in this sketchbook specifically. I'm saying a lot. Some more sketches. 2023. This was also 2023, but I colored it in 2024 with a Langlo Dark Skin series acrylic marker set. They have like these little, like 8 or 9 pack sets of markers. I like the colors together, like as a palette, but I'm not really crazy about the saturation level. I usually like really, really vibrant colors. I specifically bought this marker set hoping to get like a really, really warm brown. I think this one's pretty nice, but yeah, like I said, they work together really well, and it's still a nice skin tone. Jumping back over here, these are from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. This is Billy and that's Mandy there. This was, I think, Pinterest. Little 8-ball over here. All of these are from 2020. I think this one's 2023. This might be this might be the start of 2024. I kind of want to redraw this one. I think we had a good thing going, but we got lost along the way. Yeah. This is when I first realized that I liked this more scribbly style that I kind of did in the background here and in her skin. And then these are from like this week, right? Yeah, last week. These are just some thumbnails for bubblegum and marceline piece that I want to do. I haven't decided what pose I want to do for that, but there's some more thumbnails on the next few pages. This was done, both of these were done with that first acrylic marker set. You can see I tried to like cover over her body here because I didn't really like the way that I drew that. I like it now, but not really enough to keep rendering it to make it better. Okay. Everything here, I think, is from this year except the pencil and this one. This one's like, that might be 2024. This is from another page in the sketchbook that I just wasn't crazy about, so I cut this out to keep it. Those bubbling thumbnails. I really like this one. That one's cute. That one's a little bit boring. This one I like, but I drew them too big in the frame to really flesh out the idea. It's supposed to be Princess Bubblegum holding a beaker, and then Marceline's kind of like flying behind her with her face distorted in the glass. This page, honestly kind of bummed about this one. I really liked the way this one looked before I added the orange, this kind of like scarlet colored pencil. So yeah, I'll probably end up rendering this to cover my mistakes, but it looked really nice before. This one, I really like the eyes, the hair, the eyebrows, but I kind of messed up her lips and her heart blush patches. I don't even know what to call these. It's just blush. This is from when I thought I was gonna do more note taking and like scrap work in this book. Not like scrapbooking, but just like scribbling and warm-up sketches. And then these are more cutouts from other pages that I didn't really want to keep. I really like the palette. I wish I had done more of those in this sketchbook, so I think I'll incorporate that more moving forward. And I like this pineapple. It's not really my style at all, but I don't know, it's kind of cool. Kind of looks like a sticker. Okay, sorry, skipping. Okay. Some more thumbnailing. This one is actually a painting. I started the painting first, and then I tried to like work through some colors here. I kind of like this better than the actual painting that I have. I'll try to put that up on the screen if I remember, but yeah, I kind of I feel like I over rendered the actual canvas painting, but this one's still nice. Some thumbnails, and notes. She's a cutie. I kind of want to turn this into a painting. This is a study of a piece by Chris Hong Art. She does a lot of storybook-esque clown aesthetic pieces, and I like the clown vibe, so I won't practice doing one of her pieces, but bringing my own style into it. And I really love the way that she colors and shades her paintings, so I wanted to try that. Full credits to her. This page got this old sketch that I wasn't crazy about, so I just scribbled over it. I want to add more to this page, but I'm just not sure what it's going to be. I'm thinking like drawing some mini pieces on another piece of paper and like cutting them out like stickers. And then some more sketches over here. I think these two are well done, but it's not really my style, so I'm not too crazy about them. I really like this one though. I kind of want to turn that one into a painting. This page. I like these better before I colored them. And then this page, like I said before, my pink paint markers are running out of ink, and I'm pretty sure I want to render these in pink, so I'll be waiting on that. Okay. If I'm being honest, not crazy about painting with the color blue. I lean more towards like pinks and pastels, kind of like this over here, maybe with more peachy tones. But this piece I did when I knew my pink paint markers were running out. So I kind of forced myself again to use some other colors, and I don't know why, but every single acrylic set, marker set, crayon set always gives you a million blue markers, so might as well put them to use. This is a gender bin of Mob from Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho 100. And yeah, I love how this came out. She's real cute. Don't know what's going on this page, but I'm not crazy about it. I know I think both of these pages, I initially scribbled over them to cover up some old pencil sketches. This is the only one that the only drawing that was originally there, and then I eventually painted over it in pink. And I don't really like where it stands now. Yeah, so I'll probably do some more work on that. I do like the scribbles here. They came out nice. I also like how I put them in her clothing. I think that looks cool. And how I did the buttons. I love this one. Her hands, her eyes, her hair. I love her. Even the ears. This page, mixed feelings about her. That's part of the reason why I didn't finish rendering this. I over rendered her face, and then just kind of like gave up when I got to the hair and the hat, because honestly I didn't want to waste the last little bit of paint and my pink markers on this. I really like, I mean, I don't know, she's cute. It's just something about it. I do love the heart print on her skin. I think that came out really nice. And the lashes, I was so nervous about. I'm always nervous to add lashes at the very end, because if you fuck them up, they're so hard to cover. I don't use a lot of black and white in my art, but I guess it kind of worked out here. Yeah, probably won't be seeing too much more of that. I really like this arrow. I love how I rendered this part. And then this one came out so cute. I was nervous about her. She went through some stages. And then over here, still haven't finished those. I love how I rendered the leaves here. I want to bite them. I love this worm too. It came out pretty cute. And the leaf over here, but the apple, it's like the colors are too samey over here. Something's got to give, but I don't know what. We'll think about that. I love this one. Love her. Yeah, no notes over here. I really wanted this one to have more pink in it to tie in more with the rest of these. I think the only pink you can really see here is like in her earrings, if that's even showing up for you guys. Yeah, I don't think so, but hey. When I tried to rework her hair, it just didn't go well, so I covered it with red again, and I think that's just how she's gonna stay. I'm content with that. Okay. Yeah, this may be the first page that actually has like a considerable amount of blank space. I could be almost done with the sketchbook, but just knowing me as a person, I'm not. I love this. That's going well. 2024. And then these are some hand practice that I did, I think last year. It's not really my style, but I really want to focus on like the angles and the and just getting really crisp and intentional lines, so it served a purpose. I like these stars. I love this page. I drew these at the end of Pride Month. These are just a few queer creators that I follow on Instagram. Yeah. Not much to say. 10 out of 10. No notes. I will say these really, they really showed me how far I came with getting back into traditional art. I was nervous about these, but I tried not to overthink it too much. I didn't really have time to overthink because I'm a little bit of a procrastinator. I don't know who said that, but anyway, I wanted to get these done before Pride Month was over, and I literally started them like 4 days before Pride Month was over. So I kind of just had to jump into it and hope for the best, and they all went really well. Like the only one that I had to like do a lot of erasing for was this one, because I drew them really tiny at first, so I just didn't like the way that they fit in the frame. but I like the way it went. I like how it looks now. Yeah. I actually don't know which one is my favorite. I like them all for different reasons. Like this posing was like kind of hard to figure out, especially in my style because of how I adjust the proportions. I'm still getting used to how I like that to look. Yeah, I love these. I really like how I did the hair and the eyes here. And then this 2023 with a little bit of, I think a little bit of work in 2024. And then last year, I just went over it to darken some spots and adjust some of the lines a little bit. 7 out of 10. Some notes for you. Another blank page. I don't know what it is. Like, there's nothing wrong with leaving blank space in your sketchbook, but something about it, I just, I can't. Gotta do something here. This one I sketched out months ago, but I really want to just go in with the markers, and I have such a what's the word I'm looking for? I guess fleshed out sketch, and I want to do it in pink, so gotta wait. I love this one. I have no idea. I know, I think I was just drawing a reference from Pinterest. I sketched this, and then once I brought my acrylic markers, I went over it. And I've been trying to find ways to use the metallic markers because for whatever reason they come with almost every set of acrylics. Guys, listen. We appreciate it. We don't need that many metallic markers. We don't need them in every set. They're stacking up. I got too many, and they don't get used enough. I'm trying here. Ooh, this one I drew for Valentine's Day, and I love it. I would say 10 out of 10 no notes, but this isn't even finished. I need some more dark pink tones. This color that you see I used in the lips right here, I had planned to carry into the background and into her hair, just in a few other places to kind of give the eyes something to focus on and just to add a range of value. But this marker is actually this marker. Yeah, so the ink apparently had settled, and as I was working with it, it just got lighter and lighter until this became this. And yeah, that's why I didn't finish it. So maybe we'll come back to this one day. I feel like she could be more. Other than that, 10 out of 10. Cutesy. Not much to say here. I really like how I did the shirt. Does that sound crazy? I know it's really simple, but yeah, I like how I drew that. Some more sketches. I drew everything in blue, and then a day or two later, I came back and added all the brown accents in this girl over here. Over here. mixed feelings about this. I really like how I rendered her body, this character in general I like, but I don't know, something feels off about this one. And then I don't really like the yellow in the background. Let's give McDonald's, I don't know. Little sketchy poo over here. Okay, I know. Left field. What's going on, Mona? What is this? I was out at the beach. No, I was out at our I was downtown at the local river. If I can talk today, I was at the local river. Y'all know what I'm saying. Anyway, I was walking around. It was kind of some sad vibes going on, and I found this street. I was looking for a place to just sit down and sketch for a little bit and get my minds off of things. And I found a tree that had my name carved into it. Like my name and someone else's name, so I thought that was cool, and I sketched it out. So it already had sentimental value for that reason, but for other reasons I will not be elaborating on, it has even more value. So although this is not at all my vibe, really, I don't want to sketch over it. It's gonna stay. This girly over here, I realized that these acrylic markers, after a while of sitting on the page, I don't know if it's the sketchbook paper that's making it happen, but they kind of like pick up this dusty film where you kind of have to like rub your finger over it, and like the color comes back. It was tripping me out when I was working on this one, because I didn't realize it at first, so I had to like, not had to, but I kept repainting her face because I didn't realize that it wasn't like the markers just fading. I would come back to this days later and it would just be like washed out, and I would paint over it again until I realized what was happening. I really like the hair in this one, and honestly I love the rendering overall. I don't know, her face feels kind of smushed, and I'm also sad that I redrew it so many times, because after a certain point I didn't have even the darkest of the pink markers that I had, so I was just kind of working with what was left. So I feel like even though her face isn't as washed out as I thought it was, the value range isn't where I wanted it to be. I guess the contrast is what I'm trying to say. I like these sketches so much. Yeah. Oh. I'm not gonna tell you guys what time it is. I kept procrastinating on making this video, so I said tonight's the night. Love these two I drew in 2024, colored over this one this year, and then kind of resketched over this one because it had faded really badly. Part of me wants to render this. By the way, that sound was my mouth, I promise. I promise, guys, please. I kind of want to paint this. Kind of love how it looks sketched out. So I don't know. Maybe I'll redraw this somewhere. Love her. I'm not crazy about this particular pink here. I think it's just a little too cool for my liking, and then I wanted this to be done in all pink, but this is another one that I did around the time that my pink markers were running out, so I ended up adding more red and a little bit of orange in a few places. think I would like it more if it was in the colors that I was going for. But I do love the way that I drew it, like how I stylized it, the proportions. I really love how I rendered the face, how I shaded the body. Yeah, she's a cutie. I like her hair too. Just gonna, yeah. So I forgot about this. I had covered some of the other stuff in here when I first recorded this video, but it's been it's been some time since I first recorded this, so I forgot that I took some of the pasties off. Love her. This is another one that I kind of want to turn into a painting. I really like how I shaded it and how I drew her face and hair. This one, I don't know. I'm not sure if I liked it more when it was sketched out or if I like it more now. I just feel like the colors and some of the line work didn't go the way I was hoping. Mysterious hair. Nice. I like the sketch up here, but she's fading into oblivion. Can you guys tell I'm getting tired? I mean, like, besides the yawning. I really like these ones too. I feel like this one would look really cool if I painted it. But at the same time, it looks nice like this. I like how I rendered that one. Guys. Oh my goodness. These were all sketches initially. And I felt like my sketchbook needed more color. So I went over them and I love this one. This one, mixed feelings, but it just looks really different from how the sketch looked. If I remember, I'll put a picture of that one too. And then this one I like, but I wish I hadn't done this highlighter pink across her skin here. And I don't know, her pupils are kind of jarring and not in the best way. And then sketches over here. More sketches, but these are from last year. This one is Amethyst from Steven Universe. I'm excited to render that one. Meg the Stallion. And then these are just some people I saw on Pinterest. But yeah, I really like how I stylize these sketches. And I don't know, I like the way they're sketched, but I really, really, really want to render these, and I probably will render all of them. We're not gonna talk about it. Not gonna talk about it. Love these. Yeah, this one just, I don't know. I've been giving her everything I got, and she doesn't want to be redeemed. This one is a self-portrait. I really like this. Some sketches. I'm like moving in and out of loving and hating this one. I'll probably have to render her for redemption. As long as she's not naked, I promise. YouTube, please don't flag me. That being said, I can't just, this is supposed to be like shorts that she's wearing with this super faint line here. But I'm not sure if I want to make them like booty high boots and then just make like underwear here connected to the band, or if I want to keep the mesh shorts, because originally she was wearing like these little booties. We'll see. This one was a more realistic sketch of someone off Pinterest, and I hated how it came out. So I glued this cardboard over it and drew this random face instead. And I love it. Mixed feelings. The fish is warming up. That's not, those aren't the words I'm looking for. What am I trying to say? I'm starting to like this more than I did when I first rendered it. This one is not done. Kind of lost steam on her because I don't want to keep mentioning the paint markers that are on their deathbed, but yeah, and also I didn't finish her hair. This marker has not run out. I just didn't do that yet. Yeah, this page is okay. Yeah. Love this. This is another one of the more recent additions to the sketchbook. And whilst I was nervous about her, I like how she came out. Some Christmas doodles. This came out cute. Another self-portrait. One that I didn't finish. This is from last year. Like, maybe like early January. And I just haven't gotten around to rendering this. And I'm not gonna say it, but I can't render it right now, so. Okay, this is the second page that I drew for Pride Month, that I was talking about earlier. Yeah, I love this page too. These all just came out a lot better than I was expecting. Not sure how I feel about the this like heart motif. Is that the word? Whatever these hearts are, I got going on in the background. And then this one, but only this one, is a piece of paper glued on top of one because I didn't like the way I colored it. Ignore these sparkles in the background, just pretend those aren't there. Powerpuff Girls. These are some of the first things that I did in acrylic in this sketchbook. Well, when I got this set, not with my first acrylic marker set, but when I got my second one, I kind of just told myself that I would put it to good use. So I like how these are going at the moment. And can you see what I mean? How it looks all smudgy over here. Like all of this should be that like really saturated blue color there, and the blue that's like in her eyes. For some reason it keeps, and see, like this one I can barely get off. Okay, that's working. Do you see what I mean? I don't know why it's doing that. I don't even know if trying to seal it will help. I just know I don't want to have to seal my whole sketchbook, so we're probably just gonna let it be and hope for the best. Yeah. Buttercup's looking a little pasty pale over here. Need to add some warmth to her cheeks and her knees or something. I didn't have a color that I liked for her outline, so this is pencil. I don't like the way that looks either. I think that's part of the reason that I haven't progressed with this, because that's frustrating me a little bit. But I really like how I did Blossom's hair and her facial features. I was really nervous about rendering that. Also, this hand, like, come on, so cute. Her eyes, Buttercup's hair, eyes. I like the eyebrows and the shirt. I like how I rendered that too. And whenever I finish her hair, I'm sure I'll love that. Abandoned sketch page that I'll probably color over. I like this though. I thought this was cute. Little strawberry girl. Yeah. I want to start adding more dates to my sketches, but I really just can't be bothered. And then this one is another self-portrait. I think I freehanded this one, so I'm really happy with how it came out. I want to adjust the color palette, so I don't like this page. It's kind of giving like Christmas vibes. Not really what I was going for, especially with this. Like, it kind of looks like it's snowing, which I ain't got no beef with snow, but it just is kind of off here. And this concept did not go the way that I planned, but I really liked how I rendered the lips and the eyebrows. So I just tried to keep it and make it work, but yeah, she kind of struggling over here. I don't really care for this bow. I like these, but I don't know, something feels off about her face a little bit. Not exactly what I was going for. I really like this heart, but I wish I hadn't added the outline around the balloon. And then this page, I love how I rendered these, but this page made me realize that I'm just not really interested in like realistic, I guess, color palettes. Like, I love giving my characters pink skin, red, orange, and like crazy hair colors. I love how her hair came out here. The shadows in her hair is just the paper showing through, and I just layered the highlights with a white paint marker. Yeah. I love the tattoo, and her face just came out so good. Honestly, both of these, I really like how the faces came out. Not crazy about her hair. I ran out of this, not even ran out. This marker, same situation as that Valentine's Day piece that I did. This marker is actually this color that I used for her skin before the paint in the tube balanced out. So, and that Lango acrylic marker set, I also bought hoping to get a color that would work for her hair, and I did not, but it looks okay. I think this hand looks cute, even though it's kind of like blobby, barely rendered. I don't know, it's cute. And this one I was gonna render, but I just really like the line art so much I decided to leave it. Cutesy. I like these leaves more than I like the flower, but I do like this part. That came out pretty. Some sketches. Not much to say about these. I like them. I don't know if I like them enough to render them, but I really, really want to like them enough to render them. We'll see how that goes. I think this one was also free-handed. Like I didn't use a reference for this. I really like the outfit here. This is a Pinterest reference, but I kind of did my own thing with like her face, the hair, and I like sort of kind of revamped the outfit, but not much at all, so full credit to them. This one, she's cute. I'm just don't really feel very passionate about this sketch, so probably gonna finish it just so it looks as finished as most of the other pieces in this book, but other than that, yeah. This is one of my favorites in this sketchbook. This is more my kind of color palette if the pinks were more warm leaning. But yeah, other than that, I really, really, really like this one. Yeah, she's a vibe. And then this was me swatching that Lingo Dark series, dark skin series marker set. Like I said, it's a really nice palette. Just for my own taste, I wish the colors were warmer. Love this. She's a cutie. Probably be seeing more of her in the future. And yeah, that's it for this sketchbook. Other than that, we just have like my swatches over here. I might cover this up because I like the way this looks, and I don't like the way this looks, particularly because I doubled up a marker and I was testing these colors, and yeah. Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe. I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love. But yeah, catch y'all later on the flip side. Peace.